that today I would do a Planner 101 and sort of break down my planning process and share why I do the things that I do. And I'm sharing on a vertical page, but the information could be easily transferred to a horizontal page. So I thought I would start with this, since this seems to be the layout that a lot of people use, and because you can apply this easily to the horizontal, I know. In fact, I often do. So what I do up top is I always include my must-do information or important information. And for me, that is always what my boys are doing, because knowing what they have planned in the afternoon helps me plan the rest of the day. So up top, I would put Jacob, Tyson, Mark. Of course, I would try to do it straighter, but for the sake of this video, this works out perfectly. And then what I do is, if Jacob has soccer practice, I just put a line. If Tyson has a game, I would put a box. This just helps me plan in terms of laundry. I know that I have game uniforms ready, and just sort of planning for the day. Mark, if whether or not it's a game or an event, I would just put a line there and put what it is. So no matter what, up top, always important must-do activities. If, for example, on this day, the boys had no school, or if it's a school holiday, I would just hand draw in a mild liner line and then write a note, boys, no school. So up top, always must do, important. Now, a fun way to spice this up in your planner is to use an icon sticker to do the same. So for this video, I am going to use the sticker books that I've taken apart. I've got functional icons, functional boxes, decorative circles and labels, checklists and labels, and then quotes. I may or may not use all of these. But for important activities up top, a fun way to, as you can see, I use these a lot. I love them. I would pick a color. So let's say the chartreuse color is going to be Jacob for the week. I would put this here if he has soccer. And then let's say Tyson is pink. So a simple way to add a pop of color, but essentially everything up top will go back to this kind of information. Another fun way, another decorative way to keep track of your important information up top is to cut apart these full box checklists and use a certain color per kid. So I could do Jacob as yellow, of course, depending on what colors you're using that week, Tyson as blue. And then if I had maybe something to do myself, I could use a sticky note up top for me. And so already that would be a really cute spread with yellow, blue, and black and white. The middle boxes for me are always going to be a simple to-do list. So whether or not I'm going to go down and just make little checklists with a mild liner, little circles, if I'm going to make little boxes, or if I'm going to hand draw lines to do every other line, this is always a to-do list. I call it my hopeful to-do list. It's the things I hope to get done, but if they don't get done, it's okay. So this is my hopeful to-do list. And then I'm asked all the time, what do I do if I don't complete an item on my to-do list? So if I complete the item, I put a check. But if I don't, I put an arrow. So I plan Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. I try to sit down Sunday and plan the first half of the week. And then I try to sit down Wednesday night, maybe Thursday morning, and plan the rest of the week. So whatever items at the beginning of the week have an arrow, I just move them over. So some people like to cross things off as they're done. Some people like to put a checklist. I like to use a check and an arrow. So to transfer this over, what I would do here, or what I often do, is you can add a pretty checklist. So we can follow that chartreusey color scheme. And let's see if there's one that works. Pink and yellow. No, there's not an exact fun match. So you can use this and then just list your things. Or what I like to do is I like to overlap the boxes, and it adds a fun decorative touch. So if I had this sticky note here, I like to layer a fun full box sticker with it. So hopefully you guys are not going to ask me where all of these stickers are from, because they're from a lot of the older sticker books, and I do not remember the exact location of each individual sticker. But it looks like there are a lot of old student books, the mom book. Okay, so blue and yellow. Let's find a yellow box is what I'm looking for. Let's do this. So. Over. And then what I would do is, because this is going to be a permanent addition to my page, I would just run some adhesive on either the top or the bottom, and then I would add it in just like that. And so lastly, for me, this bottom square is always a daily gratitude or a daily happy thought. And so sometimes it's a sticker with a fun quote, or sometimes it's just a story, something one of the boys might have said. So I either make a little mild liner heart, just like that, it's really just a thick V, or I hand draw lines. I don't get a ruler out. In fact, I like it when they're imperfect. I think it adds kind of a personal touch. And then I would write a daily gratitude. So top box is always important, must do. Middle box is always hopeful to do. Bottom box is always a daily happy thought or a gratitude. And for me, on the horizontal page, this is all just shifted from up and down to left to right. So if this were Monday on a horizontal page, I would still have important must do, hopeful to-do list, daily gratitude, or happy thought of the day. And if I were going to follow this down, I've got my must-do icons. I would probably have up here, we could say Jacob, soccer, Tyson, basketball. It would be the same here. My to-do could be, you know, library books due today, which 2 of mine are. Bottom one here, if I'm going with the sticker theme, this little envelope would actually be super cute here. Following the pink down, I could put noted and then add my little happy thought of the day. Or if I'm following the yellow and blue, let's add some circles or fun quotes. There's actually a lot of things that would be super cute here. If I were going to do this today sticker, I would layer that here. So yellow, blue, black and white, blue, bringing back the black and white down here. Let's add that just for fun because that looks good. And then I would write out that happy thought. Or what I like to do is add a graphic quote right here. In fact, this one would work perfectly. So if I were to just take this, let's put it back. It's still good. And then we'll add this right here. And then one thing I like to do to even this out is kind of look and see if maybe there's, to bring that pink down to the bottom of the page, I would add some hearts. So this was just a quick little kind of planner 101. I hope this helps. I just kind of wanted to break down how I plan, and hopefully you guys can kind of see this is the must-do, hopeful to-do, daily gratitude, how this transfers into my actual planner. So here are my must-do important activities, my hopeful to-do list, and then my daily happy thought. And so I've really got back on the reading train, and I'm liking the incorporation of each book that I finished this year in my daily happy thought. So, and sometimes just a graphic quote to make it a little bit more fun. And then this week I just shared on Instagram, so this was my washi coated week. And then of course I've got the 3-book limit. So I don't usually do 3 layouts, but no matter how my page, no matter what setup I use, it's always the same: must do, hopeful to do, daily happy thought, or inspirational quote. Please let me know if you guys have any questions. I would be more than happy to answer them, and I hope you guys have a wonderful week. See you later.